rather special, aren't they? And they've got a very romantic little history to them. Oh. Apparently, they used to belong to a Russian countess who was rumoured to be the mistress of the Tsar.
Really? What happened to her?
I don't know, but I can't get this thing right. Another one for Dennis.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dennis Norden.
Hello. You know, it was none other than Sigmund Freud, so I'm told, who said there are only 4 forms of joke. The concealment of knowledge later revealed, the substitution of one concept for another, the unexpected conclusion to a hitherto logical progression, and outtakes. So, what better excuse for welcoming you to another salute to fallibility, the further proof that we live in an imperfect world and that, as any Chancellor of the Exchequer will confirm, there's more to life than just getting things right. Nowhere is that more evident than in our opening selection, because that brings us an assortment of well-loved celebrities confirming the truth of something somebody once said to Franz Schubert. Don't start anything you can't finish.
This Is Your Life meets The Darling Buds of May. And who better to help me than the old wheeler dealer himself, Pa Larkin, David Jacobs.
Oh! Look at that. Now, I got a chest full of things.
Good afternoon. My name's Michael Jackson. Don't you think it's like time you start to take an interest in life again, eh?
I am taking a completely new interest in this, Cyril. Eric Felt.
Don't you think it's like time you start to...
Mike, you've been drinking?
Yes, I have.
Oh, for God's sake. How much?
Enough. Not, I hope, as much as, Hannah Kingman had that night.
She's acting!
I'm acting!
Oh, I'm sorry!
Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his merry men. Come on! Yo!
Another argument for the conservation of trees. You know, listening to the radio the other Saturday afternoon, I heard a distinguished journalist remark that acting is one of the supportive professions. And I can remember thinking, I wonder. I mean, if he was referring to the warm-hearted way actors rally round to sympathise whenever a colleague has the misfortune to make a mistake, well, I can only tell you, not a lot of that comes our way.
So, my 8 bunny
my microwave, Mark 3 on my folder-it, Gran on my flat-back carver, her on the bar stool, in by the fish on the Tunsi. The Tunsi? Tunsi? No. What? What? Who says what now? You do I? Yeah. You say what? The Gran got a leg up.
Oh, I do.
You see?
I knew there was something going astray. It's usually you what goes.
Oh, stop.
No, Jonathan, I think it's about time that we laid our cards on the table.
OK, I'll start. Mickey Prothero hasn't got a brother.
How do you know?
Because I have it on very good authority that after him, Mr. and Mrs. Prothero slept in separate counties. Plus, if he did have a brother, he would not...
We could have had Peter Bowles, you know.
The thing is, I've got bad news.
You haven't, have you?
No, I haven't.
Bad news. You have now. You're fired.
Hello, I'm Cammy Rapson.
And I'm Margaret Ray. Coming up tonight on your news leading eyewitness report, a hotel-motel tax will...
I was doing fine.
Oh, shut up.
Never mind. Now, before I get on to that, I want to know why I've not seen your SR10s on the soup.
No, we're all right. Our Peters Neville can have my bar soap. Mr. Aristocat can nut you up down my mini whisk. Oh, bloody hell. I knew this would be a problem. I knew the fancy me over this morning. No. Come on, don't be silly. It's easy, really. It's 20 acts.
I only went wrong to make you look better.
2-0 there to Miss Wood, I think. Incidentally, if, like I did, you're now asking everyone in sight, what's a tumpsy? Well, apparently it's one of those leather footstool things that, personally, I can never see without remembering how I once came across a magazine article about them that was entitled, How to Renovate That Old Puff. Well, something now for anyone who's ever peered into a garden hose to see if the water's coming through. Because you'll know that certain cock-up situations have a kind of inevitability about them. You've only got to look at the scene and you know what's going to happen. For instance.
As the tide comes in to cover this dolphin up, it still hasn't been confirmed yet whether it is Freddy. But if it proves to be, it brings to an end a remarkable story, a love affair between a dolphin and his human friends, which earned Freddy international celebrity status. And my f***ing knee is absolutely busted sodden.
The successful parrot will be told it's got the part this Friday. The unsuccessful parrot will presumably be as sick as disappointed footballers. David Rose.
Easy, Fizz.
All right, well, why don't you sit in front?
Okay.
If you want to.
That didn't work too well, did it?
Come racing. Bring the family. There's going to be a fun fair out for the kids in the centre of the track. Everything you could want. Pristine new tops that are here. This is the place to be. If ever you're to bring the family out, come racing tomorrow. And listen to this. This will make you come racing.
In this same plaza, just a stone
stone's throw away from Church Square in the centre of Pretoria, bears no more evidence of the damage caused by the bomb which exploded during the afternoon rush hour on May 20 last year. 19 people were killed and 217
That will teach you to embarrass me. Maybe you'll think twice now, Jack. Cut it out, Jack. You're so dramatic. Stop faking. Jack. Come on.
Melissa Reeves and Matthew Ashford. Nobody does it wetter. Now, have you ever wondered why it is that insurance companies can get away with charging people in television higher premiums than anybody else? I mean, could they actually prove in court that TV persons are somehow more accident-prone than the rest of the population? Well, unfortunately, the answer is yes, they could, because we laid hands on some of the evidence.
Scouts around the land that comes from Ireland. I got on board the ferry, for Ireland was I bound. The view of all the cities, the best I've seen around. I met a man called Sean, he showed me round the town. Let's go.
In fact, he's much kinder to ladies than gentlemen. And he likes
Hang on. Mr. Tripp's wife. She's going back to stay the night. With Mr. Tripp, of course. She left this.
Tonight I present my helmet has held high office indeed. In the past it has been with Donny Lloyd.
Here we go, Brian. Ready? Yep. Take 4. Normally, the closest you can get to these giraffes is a couple of 100 yards away.
En hij is Shakespeare nog steeds dankbaar voor zijn bijna perfecte omschrijving van zijn stijl. There is a method in my madness. Dames en heren, Willem Duis.
Slightly charisma-impaired Dutch TV star Willem Duis. But his dangerous liaison with the revolving door leads us into our international section, most of which were provided by the European Cock-Up Mountain. And it's France that supplies the first goof du jour, a rather fetching newsreader who suddenly finds herself chasing after a runaway autocue.
Tous les diplomates français à Téhéran, si la France maintient... non, excusez-moi, le ministre iranien, le ministre... la France a par ailleurs renoncé... Non, excusez-moi.
Hier staan gepresenteerd, dames en heren. Was er maar niet van. Mag ik ook iets zeggen, of niet? Voilà. Goedenavond, kijkers. Leven en laten leven. 187.
東ドイツは森が大変多いので素敵な機能を持ったらまずはこちらご覧ください。
落ち着いてて雰囲気にはい、うまいもんだ。
こうやってどうぞそうです。
like to use minimum force, your policemen are. To what extent does this actually happen in practice, that they apply that principle in the heat of the moment?
The term of minimum force is actually very wide description, and personally
Did it fall or was it pushed? Well, that brings us within spitting distance of the commercial break, as if we dare. But come part two, we'll be demonstrating even more graphically how television is a medium where every time you put your best foot forward, you're likely to step in something. So let's start this part with just one more garland of good bits, beginning with our own dear Joan Sims, suddenly discovering her memory bank is overdrawn.
Never had them till we joined the common market.
Never had what?
Chilblains.
Chilblains?
Oh, I've got a crop of them. My feet are lighter than what I'm talking about.
With this tour now past the halfway stage, officials from the Buckingham Palace travelling entourage... Shut up!
I'm dreadfully sorry, sir. I just can't control these things. They're all over the place.
Well, listen, for goodness sake, Morris, why are you coming on here causing trouble now? What's
You can't have a Christmas special without carol singers.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can't.
All right.
Yeah. Singers are come.
All right, dear.
Yeah.
Here we come, the ones dying and play on TV. The stomach
Should I help you find it? No, this is... Oh.
Of that blast, and this morning revealed their findings. Stacey Allison is standing by at North Little Rock City Hall with a live report. She'll have that live report shortly. A Little Rock firefighter. Now we're ready for Stacey with her live report from a Little Rock. We'll be back right after this.
There's more comedy coming up from On Digital. The latest series of Friends.
Welcome back to part two. Sean's got £160, Tracy's got £510, and I've got a polym in my mouth. I'm sorry. I swallowed it and it came back up.
My ties with Clive.
You cut all my ties once, I remember.
That was when you were being beastly to me about the telephone bill.
Well, it was over £1,000.
I was trying to get that carpet from Morocco.
I could have lashed it to a camel and brought it back in the QE2, keeper.
I've never known anybody harbour a grudge for so long. It was so embarrassing to explain that my husband had put a lock on the telephone.
Well, I am no longer your telephone.
Power pole fire in Saanich tonight led to a fairly widespread power outage in some areas of Saanich and Gordon Head. The power should be back on in all areas. In some it may not, which is redundant, of course, because if it isn't, then no television.
We're talking about until about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, about a ½ an inch to a ¼ of an inch in the plains, about a ½ an inch. Excuse me, I haven't had to sneeze like that on the air in many moons.
Hello. Like the car? I've only borrowed it, of course, and I'll tell you why later. I'm in the northeast of Scotland on the way down to the lovely old town of, what's it called?
That last one came from a collection we've been putting together under the heading Everything Was Going So Well Up to There. Most of it consists of stuff we snaffle from soap operas, because that's the art form where shooting schedules are always so tight, actors have to try and keep going no matter what's happening. So let's look at a few of our favourites in that group, during which, incidentally, collectors of overripe soap opera dialogue should keep the notebook handy.
You get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning.
You'll be here early, Bob?
As early as I can. Love you.
Love you too.
Adrian? What's the matter? You okay?
He's my son, Count.
You lost Bo a long time ago.
I didn't lose him. I let him go.
You're not thinking of changing your mind, are you?
I suffered a great loss in Alexander.
Victor, please, let's not go through the hell of fighting over Bo again.
Alan, you and I were very close at one time, and I don't want to hurt you.
Well, then don't.
But I've come to realize that the one thing that I can't replace is my voice.
Is that right? And if I don't come back engaged, my name's not Gloria Stubbs. No, it's not. It's Doreen. Karen.
But I'm not going to obey you. I will never, ever, ever obey you.
Shut up.
No, I'm not going to shut up. What, are you going to make me because you're stronger? That's really what it comes down to, doesn't it? That you're physically stronger than I am.
Listen, Julia, don't push me, all right? Don't.
I forgot to tell you. That bullet doesn't have any guns in it.
If it's not one hemisphere of the brain, it's another. Mind you, we thought there was something so worthwhile about that unintentional kind of dialogue improvement. We set to looking for more examples of it. And the result was this bundle, grouped together under the heading, I liked it better the way you said it first time.
Detective Inspector Trotter is called from the yard to find out who killed the young man. The only clue to the murderer's identity is a used and discarded hypodermic needle.
The government of Bahrain has appealed to international help to fight the giant oil slick. And those are the headlines, and that just after 3:15 with more news. Good afternoon.
There's the bell again, stopping me in my tracks. Whoa, it's tight. 5 in the lead once again, Simon. I wonder, Simon, on 50. Can we tempt you with this, perhaps?
Get rid of your grater part with your peeler and chuck your chopper, because food preparation can now be quick and
Yeah, Bob and John have all kinds of marvelous modern devices here to help you kick the smoking habit. But the main thing they do is instill in you a very positive attitude, and they reinforce that attitude.
No wonder they have so much sex.
So it's back to London then.
Well, what are we going to go home for? If I go home, I've got to decorate the fence.
How did you do that, John?
Harry's going with us. Ulrika's in a fit of pig over here, giggling away at these various things.
I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it just as much as I did last night. I didn't want to say that, did I? No. Anyway, otherwise.
Right.
Gary,
this is going to be watching.
There's high pressure. I could start with a date. I'm not a fog and frost around. I had quite a few shows to grew up east and coast of Scotland and this afternoon. We'll reach around 11 Celsius.
Stay there. Let's enjoy this. Stay there.
In the sun.
That was, of course, Ulrika Johnston gallantly fending off an attack of the great galloping giggles. Well, these days, there sometimes appears to be no area of human activity for which there isn't a television know-all, ready, able, and only too willing to show you how to do it properly, which is why we hope our next selection will cater to what's rapidly becoming an increasingly rare source of pleasure, seeing the expert confounded.
Solving people's, inverted commas, problems. It means that I can actually handle wild bats.
No, that's the head.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, it wouldn't matter which way this one went. It looks the same, doesn't it? Both ends. And I'm going to extend the tail by putting some sticky on there and a bit of green.
Oh! Bye-bye, dinosaur.
Anthony Dworkin is indeed in Poland waiting for us right now, with American President George Bush about to arrive later today. Anthony, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can just hear something, yeah.
Yes. Can you hear that it's me, for instance?
I can hear a voice. I can't recognize it.
All right. Well, let me just yell a simple question then. We'll try yelling a simple question to Anthony and see if this works. Is this a difficult visit for George Bush?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not hearing anything just at the moment.
All right. Well, I suppose it's reasonable that you can't shout from London and be heard in Warsaw, isn't it?
Another personal best for Mr. Frost. Generally, of course, the engineering department switched to a well-established backup procedure for moments like that. It's called panic. But now we've touched on one of television's behind-the-screen departments. Let's turn our attention to another, those hard-working guys and gals who go to such pains to make sure that everyone appearing on TV is wearing the right thing, the wardrobe department.
Well, it's just that university's really an extension of school, and I'm fed up with being treated like a kid.
Take your feet off the table.
See? You wouldn't say that to Bill.
Yes, I would. She's got her laces tied up together.
Brian may know all these fascinating bits of wonderful info, but I bet there's something I can do that he can't.
Oh, yeah, what's that? I hadn't thought of that. I can't do that either.
You can.
I can't.
You can.
I can't.
You can. I've never undone a man.
I must make with, yeah.
5 minutes. That's all I need is 5 minutes.
After that, the visit's aborted. And I hope you've got broad shoulders because you're carrying a can, my friend.
Hey, slow down.
Bloody farmers.
Thank you, sister. We better just clear this.
Yes, with flowers, please.
Oh! Good heavens! Well, Margaret, you'd know what to do with those.
Didn't you find them surprisingly unglamorous? Sort of sturdy. Anyway, there's another commercial break due shortly, so before returning in part 3 with some even rarer footage of eminent public figures boldly goofing where no man has goofed before, let's round off part 2 by saluting another haven of TV craftsmanship, set design, a department where, likely as not, the fixtures aren't and the fittings don't.
I don't get it, Gina. I mean, first you say we gotta strike while the iron is hot, and then you say you want to stop call and switch outfits. Now, either we're gonna do this now or not at all.
Okay, fine. We'll do it right now.
Okay.
Don't forget the switches.
Aren't you coming out of there?
I'm coming.
That's ridiculous. Is it? Well, perhaps I was a bit hard on him. But that's forgivable after what I've been put through. And to think, if you thought that I'd sent an innocent man to the gallows, that must have shaken a few deeply held convictions, eh?
Okay, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh, come on, Max. I know you well enough to know when you lie.
I unlocked it right there, I think. Like this. And if I pull down? Pull right down. Oh. I won't tell you what's happened here. I've got the lever.
Now, I'm warning you. When I make a deal with somebody, they stick to it.
Big girl flower.
Please, would you pray for my troubled heart? I'm not really a do-gooder or anything, but will try to do somebody some good. Please, will you accept my cheque for £400? For the flaming hell, is it?
They've not had the best of luck with him. He's not really been right this season at the Yard, but he was certainly bang on today. There were a lot of people who really fancied him. This is going to be quite interesting. Now this is being proved in its live broadcast. You thought it was recorded. My love, we're on television here. You mustn't mind at all. You mustn't mind at all. You can stay here while we do the next bit. I think you'll be jolly welcome. You just stay there. What we'll do now, shall we? We'll check up on the football I haven't told you about, because there are some Football League fixtures this year. This will give you a chance to nip out.
Zal ik het even aan het geachte gezelschap vragen, heren, wat is het licht? Marina, Arlap, je brand. Je hebt op de 3 gedrukt.
Ja.
Een beende. Een beende.
And that tip came from Gallant Little Belgium, so called, I suppose, for the way it's resisted putting on a soap opera called Ostenders. But having now learnt how many game show hosts it takes to screw in a light bulb, something else worth noting about game shows is the one characteristic they share with Vox Pops. A Vox Pop, for the benefit of those who only watch telly during power cuts, being a TV news gathering technique whereby reporters go up to ordinary people in the street and ask them questions. In different circumstances, it's known as soliciting. But what links Vox Pops to game shows is that both of them bring prominent TV figures into face-to-face contact with ordinary members of the public. And much good it does either of them.
2, 3 or 4, Sandy?
2.
2.
12.
Huh?
12.
12. Right. Where would you find scenery?
Would you read it the words? I can't see them.
Can't see them?
No, not see them.
No.
No, would you
Have you got any glasses?
Forgotten. I forgot them. I forgot to bring them.
You forgot to bring them? Well, that's handy, isn't it?
I wonder if you could tell us whether you think you'll be richer or poorer in 12 months' time.
Well, I suppose it could be all right in one way. You know, but my set I can't get Channel 4 on.
No, do you think you'll be richer or poorer economically yourself? How confident are you economically in the future?
Well, you two get some good shows on.
Studying at school. We start with you, Rupert. You're studying the history of the Industrial Revolution.
No.
You're not. Well, that was the area I believed you were studying. What are you studying?
The French Revolution.
Right, we'll have to hold it there, I'm afraid.
I wondered if you could describe for the people back home what the Bay of Islands is actually like, what you actually like about it.
Well, it's lovely. I think one of the things that I like best about it, and that is somewhat different from home, is that it's very quiet here. It's an absolutely beautiful spot. It's huge. It's very spacious, and yet the population seems to be quite low. You've got lots of room to spread your legs and kick up your... Sorry, that was the wrong thing.
Who got the most pleasure from your honeymoon, you or him?
Well, really, I would say both of us, but I suppose as soon as my mum and dad was on it.
So let's take your answer first of all, then we'll find out about your mum and dad. What are you saying?
If I had to say who, I'd say me.
She says Leslie. Let's see what John said. He said Wednesday.
What do you think about her getting the sack?
I've never heard that. Oh, that's disgusting. But I've never heard. Do we know the lady? Do we know? I don't know her.
She's the one who does all the announcements.
But I've never seen her.
Well, you've heard her.
No, because I don't live here. You see, I don't live here. I live in Stoneleigh. I'm sorry.
Oh, is the generic word for any living animal or plant, including bacteria and viruses.
Orgasm.
There are reasons which I won't go into that I can't accept.
Excuse me, very first question.
Yes?
What do you wear in bed, madam?
Pardon?
What do you wear when you go to bed?
My own bloody
John Swallow sheltering from a hit-and-run interviewee, but that lady's energetic response would have won wholehearted approval from a group called Women in Film and Television, an organisation that not only safeguards the interests of women in those media, it provides them with career support. And just how urgently that support can sometimes be needed, you can now see for yourselves.
Are you looking forward to this?
I am. I'm looking forward to it very much.
Well, because you were born in...
a shooter.
No, why not?
Because I mean...
Interview with this famous film star, you fall over into a bucket.
everyone's talking about has arrived.
There's an awful lot to do planning a wedding. Even a smaller wedding requires a lot of organisation. And this is where it's important to have a list and get as organised as you can. But I think every couple getting married will find that something will go wrong and there will be some stress somewhere along the line. The important thing to remember is that the couple want to get married and be together. So if they can arrange the event and have as good a day as possible, then I'm sure everything will be wonderful. What a load of crap.
This is an original tune I wrote myself for my international tour of peace camps, which is going to give Maggie something to put in Mr. Reagan's pipe and smoke it, that's for sure. It goes like this. How does it go?
So you really think that Robert is capable of doing this to Karen?
Well, I think anybody is capable of doing anything. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying we can't count out the possibility.
Well, I think it's got to be Deborah. I mean, look at all the information that Dante has on her. I mean, loads.
What information is it?
You mean about she was a con man? How much, how big a load does he have?
No, I started to say the word, and then I thought, who cares?
Stay. 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 Stay, Molly. Stay. Repetitive training to a good relationship between a dog and its owner. Are you listening to me? I said stay. Right. Stay. What do we do with somebody holding a bum? Stay. Stay. Good girl. Good girl. Stay. Come around this side. I'm talking to you. Stay. Sorry about this. Molly, for God's sake, you're embarrassing me. Sit down and stay. Right, stay. Remember how we practice this in the kitchen, Molly? Stay. Stay. Stay.
Huh? I didn't know you were coming out here.
What's going on? Are you ready?
In. 5, 4, 3, 2.
What?
The Cosby family in one further display of supportiveness. Well, with our final selection looming up, this is the moment when, as ever, we express our very real thanks to all those TV performers who so generously permitted us to exhibit their momentary lapses from excellence. And as has also become customary, this is where we regretfully recall some of the clips we couldn't get permission to show, because among those was that legendary occasion when a sound engineer asked the Reverend Ian Paisley if he could speak up a bit. There was the dramatic moment when Julian Clary found a hair on his chest. And, of course, that heart-stopping scene in the Winter Olympics when David Vine got the hood of his anorak caught in a ski lift. On then to our closing selection, and having from time to time demonstrated that most actors would rather be strung up by the thumbs than act with small children, let's now spare a thought from an even worse fate, having to direct small children. Herewith, then, a few examples, picking each one up at the point where the director started to bite his tie in half.
Eyes closed, head looking up and staring up, okay? Ready, steady. Do it now. That's it. Keep stirring and taste it. One more.
No way.
Can you say it to Kenneth very slowly? Donna and Blitzen. Ready? Just say it to Kenneth. Now.
Who?
Shout it to Kenneth, Donna and Blitzen.
Who? Donna and Blitzen. Those two. Again?
Sit back and action.
Ready? Focus. Well, hold it.
Action.
You're going to be completely embarrassed for him. Cross your arms.
Focus.
And look at me. Look at me.
Oh, I burped. Thanks to people.
Do it again. Do it again. Ready?
Why?
Look at the camera. Action.
What do I have to do with him?
Action.
He didn't like it.
No.
Can you take some hats off, please?
Yeah, cheers, Rosa. Right, everybody ready? Stand by again, please. Okay, Finn?
I think she's put his hat back on.
Stand by for a take. If you can take some hats off, please.
Murray. Do you like card tricks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me that many times.
Okay, Murray, I'll just do it once. Murray. Now watch very closely. We have 3 cards.
No, it's 4. I can see enough one.
With that attitude?
Not.
Because you're not a failure. You're a handsome, well-groomed, interesting man. When you walk into a room...
Excuse me, madam, would you... Good night.
Joe need the toilet.
Gordon's in Love.
Shared all day.
The Grim Leap, Monday at 10:30 on ITV.